Hi guys, welcome back to the news. Wike has become a nightmare to most landowners in the city of Abuja. Yes, Wike has taken it upon himself to frustrate most landowners. To an extent, they would have to sleep with their one eyes closed and their one eyes open. Those with landed properties, I'm sure they will be having, this fear that anything might happen. Nyesom Wike might come up and pull down structures, just like he had threatened the very first day he emerged as the FCT minister, where he threatened landowners, buildings, those with landed properties, and building structures in Abuja, threatened to bring down structures not in line with the Abuja master plan. So I guess landlords in Abuja would have this fear of Nyesom Wike's, policies and all of that. Now, recently, the FCT minister had announced, that he is going to revoke land titles given to some certain personalities, some dignitaries, and then it was said that Peter Obi was among one of those personalities whom their lands would be revoked by the FCT minister. And then a lot of talks started coming on, and Nyesom Wike now recently has announced that the 189 landowners who have failed to develop their landed properties have been granted a 3 months grace to do so, or risk having their allocation papers revoked. Yes, the minister disclosed that the failure of these landowners to begin developing their bare lands within the grace period would lead to a revocation of their allocation papers. The News Agency of Nigeria reported the Director of Information and Communication of the FCTA, Mr. Mohammed Suli, articulated the FCT's minister's directive on Sunday in Abuja. And according to Mr. Suli, the affected 109 title owners had gotten their respective plans approved, but they have failed to erect any structure on their lands as they should have. Now, the FCT director said that Wike's threat to revoke the land documents, the land titles of the property owners who failed to comply with this 3 months grace period to develop their lands is in line with the extant laws. Mr. Suli clarified that the 3 months grace period specifically applied to individuals and to corporate organizations that had obtained building plans approvals to develop their properties. He also mentioned that public institutions within the FCT that had land titles but are yet to develop are advised to comply to avoid sanctions. So owners of these plots are expected to start, working on their lands. They are expected to develop their plots in line with what the minister of the FCT has said. So I guess Peter Obi and other dignitaries, owners of plots of land that was earlier revoked by the FCT minister, finally they have been given a 3 months grace period. And this development, yes, was confirmed by the FCT Director of Information and Communication. So this means that influential figures and prominent, personalities like Peter Obi, Imoke, the late Afo Etate, and others, they now have a chance to reclaim their lands. But at least Wike has given 3 months grace period to these owners for these 189 undeveloped plots of land in Abuja to begin development or risk revoking their lands. They wouldn't have any access to their lands again. Once this ultimatum expires and the grace period is over and they are yet to do something on their land, well, I guess the minister would have to take action, by going ahead to seize their land. So, guys, what are your thoughts on this? I guess Nyesom Wike has given his ultimatum, and I'm sure Wike would go along with this because the popular Kilishi market, Nyesom Wike has pulled those structures down, saying the environment is not in line with what that's the sanitation plan for the Abuja city, and as such, that structure had to go down. As well, other structures are following suit. The ones Nyesom Wike has already demolished, the ones that Wike will also demolish. So I guess the residents of Abuja, they have to watch out for Wike's next move, because they don't know where Wike will strike and when he would strike. But I guess Wike has already cautioned everyone to be very wise and tread carefully, giving his threat that all houses not in line with the Abuja master plan must go down. So landlords are to beware of Nyesom Wike's activity, of Nyesom Wike's supreme master Abuja master plan. Yes, Abuja master plan. So guys, what are your thoughts on this issue? A lot of people have commended Nyesom Wike for his job, the good job he's doing in Abuja, and how he's taking his job serious. Nyesom Wike had made threats and has, in fact, some of his threats, Nyesom Wike has already acted on them by destroying some properties, some buildings, demolishing some buildings and all of that, So, and Nyesom Wike noted that all these building structures, that he doesn't care their owners, irrespective of the owner's status, they would have to go down. So when Wike made this threat, a lot of people, mostly the PDP, that's the camp of the opposition, the People's Democratic Party, they lambasted Wike, saying, oh, Wike should focus more on developing Abuja. There are a lot of things that the people of Abuja needs, not, going around destroying people's properties and all of that. That Wike would, continue with this, and it will get to an extent Tinubu might have to sack him. Well, I guess Nyesom Wike is just doing his job. So if Wike says this house must go down, definitely it will go down, because Nyesom Wike now is like the new sheriff of Abuja. Yes, I'm dropping here, guys. What are your thoughts on this? Kindly share your thoughts concerning this in the comment section. Thank you.